What's up, Hoffa gang? If you love the content, click on the playlist, check out the My Expert Opinion clips, check out the My Expert Opinion full episodes, and if you want to watch this full episode right now, join the members. We got exclusive content. Remember, we are an independent podcast. We are not controlled by a network. We are not controlled by major sponsors. So we need you guys to show love to keep this thing going. Salute. Thank you, thank you, thank you in advance.
Trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rapper.
All right, we back. My Expert Opinion.
Yes, sir.
I say the most hip hop podcast ever.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I think when I started this show, you know, I really didn't have a direction of where I was going. But once I started to get these stories, I realized how important it was. Like the things that I wanted to know, the things that everybody wanted to know. They wanted to, you know, anytime a guest comes in here, we kind of relive those moments. Right. And then we get some added information that's like, wow, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like the rappers we looked up to, there's a timeline in everybody's head. We're just telling a better story. So that was my contribution to hip hop. Hope y'all appreciate it. MECC.
Yo.
What's the word?
Hate to do this. Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Valetta Wallace.
Valetta Wallace. Yes. Yeah, rest in peace.
Notorious
B.I.G.
A.K.A. Biggie Smalls.
Oh.
A.K.A. Christopher Wallace.
Yeah.
A.K.A. Best Zone. That woman was a cornerstone out here. No parent should ever outlive their child.
Real talk.
And she had to live with that for 20 some odd years. We walk around playing the music and watching the videos and wearing the clothes because we want to honor a hero. But you forget that there's a mother out there who's walking around with reminders every day that the greatness that was her son isn't here. So salute to everybody who held her down, all the MCs, producers, you know who you are, the ones who checked in on Miss Wallace. Love to the entire family. Love to the
TT, Chris.
Word. That woman was somebody's mother, somebody's grandmother, confidant, friend, big auntie, homegirl to a lot of people. So one time, may you be reunited with your son in paradise.
Moment of silence. Wow.
That's coming from Queens, dude.
That's coming from Queens, dude. Word. Gap, what it is.
Just happy to be here, man. It's a long day. Froze my ass off today. Got a video done with my brother, legendary.
What's up?
That record is out right now. The Problems, featuring my brother Drag On. Album on the way, Gats and Roses. Just working.
Gats and Roses.
Gats and Roses.
And Roses.
Is that an announcement? Have you said that before?
Huh?
Have you said that before, the title?
Plenty times.
You never saw the cover art?
No, I mean, here.
It's Gat holding like 2 dozen roses.
Nah.
No, I didn't see that because niggas sweet.
I don't think like this.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, but I'm happy to be here.
Like a Cash Money cover, he like this. Gas and roses.
You got a bow tie on?
Yeah. Go subscribe to the Circle Way TV. New episodes of the Brooklyn Way.
And a Pushaisky.
Yo, man, you really laughing at this nigga?
Wait, that last one was funny.
Nah, it wasn't. You laughed the hardest.
No shirt, a bow tie, and a blue shiesty. That's funny. Even if that wasn't true, that would be funny.
Okay.
No, Gats and Roses.
Gats and Roses.
But shout out to y'all for the record.
Yeah.
You know what's going on for that. Listen, we got a legend in the building. If you're familiar at all with the Ruff Ryders, if you're familiar at all with rest in peace, the legend DMX, if you're familiar at all with Clue Tapes, if you're familiar at all with the era of bars, then there was one guy that you know, he spit those bars to make your head shake. You know what I'm saying? Drag On is in the building. What's good, my guy?
I'm good, man. You know.
All right. Three years, we got it done.
Just took a minute, man.
It's been a minute. How's everything?
Good, man. I mean, just grinding.
That's what it is.
Same
That's
shit.
what it is. We was having a conversation before this
Yeah.
about the details of stories and stuff like that. Where does yours start?
Like the details of like as far as music or just as far as me?
You, period.
Me, like my story start on 153rd and Melrose in the Bronx.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
One block up, like right off of 3rd Avenue. You know what I'm saying? And I was living with my moms and stuff like that. You know what I mean? She was on drugs and stuff like that too. So it was kind of real tough for me.
Right.
And word got back to my pops. And I was probably like 6 or 7 years old when he came back into the picture real quick because somebody told him that I was kind of doing kind of bad over there with my mom's.
Mm-hmm.
And then my pops had brung me to my grandmother's crib because he knew that he was kind of strung out too. You know what I'm saying? But he still wanted to help me, you know what I'm saying? But he knew he couldn't take me with him.
Right.
So he brung me to my grandmom's crib, which is in Bronxdale Projects.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I learned how to, learn how to be the man that I am now. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as writing rhymes and just growing up and learning the streets.
Yeah. Now, in that era, it was kind of tough.
Yeah.
A lot of us who come from a background with a family member that's strung out, the cycle kind of goes around. At some point, you find yourself dibbling, dabbling in the same thing, selling drugs and all that. Was that part of your story?
Yeah, like I sold drugs a little bit and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But
What was your first sale like?
first sale, I was dumb happy. I was like this. Oh shit, hold on, you know what?
I did it.
I might be alright. I might give you a couple dollars. I ain't gonna front. I was dumb young, so I was dumb happy like, you go, got that shit, you know what I'm saying? On some smooth shit.
Right.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
I can't imagine this. Do you ever think about the fact that you selling what your parents was on? Does that ever bother you?
See, like
Not as a kid. I don't expect it to bug you as a kid
Right.
so much.
But looking back.
Reflecting now back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my thing was, like I never sold crack. And that's what my parents was on. You know what I'm saying? So I just had that mentality, which still wasn't right. But my mom was like, I'm just not going to sell that. You know what I'm saying? So I saw a lot of other things I was around it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Did y'all live, did everybody work it out? I know we gonna get back to the rap.
No, that's cool.
Like I went back, I saved my mom's far as with these two hands right here. And right now, she like 20 years clean, bro.
Oh.
Clean right now.
Wow.
Super clean.
Saved your mother with your own 2 hands?
Yes, I saved my mother with my own 2 hands. Like I went in Either War projects and a few people in Either War do probably remember, like, y'all ain't gonna front drag him over here early in the morning. Went over there, I grabbed my mom's and she was fighting me and stuff like that, but I had the crib out there in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
She fighting me back up like, hold on, I ain't going nowhere. He's like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna. I had to put my mom's in the headlock and walk outside. And everybody opened the door. Everybody knew that that's drag on mom. So niggas actually came out to support my mom, which I appreciate that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they saw it was me, and they opened the door and closed the door right away. I said, listen, this is drag. I'm saving my mom's life, and everybody just closed the door. You know what I'm saying? And I still had to keep in the headlock. She followed me all the way till I got in the car, and I took her in Jersey, and I had a. I actually had my mom hostage for like 5-6 months.
How do you hold your mom's
Easy. Hostage.
How? You're just sitting in there guarding the door.
Yep. Dead ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Word not. I didn't trust no
Rehab and
yeah.
doctors.
Nah, no way. I ain't trust no rehab, nobody else trying to help. It was just me. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you know what, let me do this. And I said, if I go to jail for this, it's all good. But at least I know like I went out. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna front. I did it for like 6 months and it worked. It worked, bro.
How did you know when she was ready to
Withdraw.
for you to
Yeah.
Nah, like let me know. Like I actually had her like hostage in my crib. Like I'm sitting there watching with her every day, watching mannerisms, everything. You feel what I say? And like even though like I had it to where she couldn't really go nowhere for like 6 months, but I still was on her like because she eventually just moved in with me. So like I still was on her and on her and on her, like you know what I mean. So you know what I mean.
What was the conversations like?
The conversations was very aggressive at first. It was like, Ma, I don't mind going to jail, and I am stronger than you. I don't want you to go buy this door or nothing. You need anything from the store, let me know. But I'm letting you know I am your child. I do respect you, but I am stronger than you. I'm not going to do nothing but put you in the headlock and drag you back into the room. If you want to like to call the police, it's 911. It's very easy. You know what I'm saying? And all this is in right now. You know what I'm saying? And she did not call the police. And this is facts. Like, if I'm going to say, like, I put this on the Bible.
I believe it. It's just there's so many people who would. There would have been so many people around you had they known what was happening exactly would have told you, bro, leave this to the authorities. If she calls the cops, this is a charge.
Yeah.
Your career is right here.
Nah,
You're not gonna be able to.
I don't think many people would have said that.
I think definitely somebody on the label would have pulled up and been like, bro, this is a charge. Like, what are you doing? There's people who can legit do this. That's what they get paid to do.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you did the wrong thing because thank God it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Like that's a wild thing. I've never heard that.
Yeah. Somebody had pulled their
That's a
mom's
different
hostage.
type of love.
Yeah.
Some people might look at it like a crime, but he's actually saving a life.
No, it's worth it.
Yeah.
You gotta
it's
respect
100% worth it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's just I can't wrap my mind around actually doing that.
Yeah.
God, let alone needing to do that, but like going to do that's crazy.
Yeah, that shit was real.
Yo, God bless you, bro. That's really, really dope. I know she was cursing you to filth in the beginning.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. She was going all out, you know what I'm saying? But I knew it wasn't her. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because that drug is like a sickness. That joint started to take over your soul, you know what I'm saying? So it really be somebody else, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just stayed right there and waited till that other person leave. And then after that, maybe like after like 4.5 months, like I started getting my mom's back. You know what I'm saying? So it was all good.
4.5.
Yeah.
In between that time, how did you hold it together?
Like right now, like with me being in the Bible and stuff like that, like I realized it wasn't really me holding it together. Or if I'm not saying it was God, you know what I'm saying? Because that strength that I had right there, it was something else. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like I really couldn't explain it. Even I was shocked after everything was done. You know what I'm saying? Like after I really felt as though like I felt in my heart that my moms wouldn't go back to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was even shocked that I did that shit.
What was your final straw? Like, what made you say, yo, look, it's time for me to go save my moms?
Yeah, like my mom's had, and I was living in New Jersey, right? And my mom's living in Either War Projects. You know what I'm saying? Which I hated that she moved there, but she went there. And you know, my mom's will be listening to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So, but she called me like 8 o'clock in the morning talking about it was like 3 or 4 dudes standing over her saying how she owed him money. So I had to go up in the crib and pay everybody back, pay them back. But my mindset was on my way going there, and I'm gonna pay these niggas. That's the last time these niggas gonna see my moms again. I already knew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Word up. Yeah.
So it was almost like a hostage situation?
Nah. It wasn't like a hostage situation. It was just like, yo, I mean, you know, you on bread, like you fall down, because they sat back and they let her call me. Like, you fall down, so I'm like this, yo, listen, I'm on my way right now. I'm driving all the way from damn near, I was living in Prospect Park, New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? So that's like right next door to Patterson. So I'm driving down Route 4 all the way to Route 80, whatever that joint is. Right. And flew over that bridge, went straight over there, you know what I'm saying? Like flying, you know what I'm saying?
Did you feel like her life was in danger?
I don't really know what was going on. Where you from? I said because I don't really. I never really hung over there in those projects like that. You know what I'm saying? Word up, you know. I just always have respect for because these Bronx niggas like me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Was Pops the one who kicked the habit?
Yeah. Yeah,
Shit.
he kicked the habit like on his own, like you know, like me and my pops was never really that cool like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you know what I'm saying, you know, like my moms and my grandmas was pretty much all I had. You know what I'm saying? So you know.
So rewinding, you at grandma's house.
Yeah.
How do you get to Drag On the radio?
Yeah, like with my grandmoms, like every day I was getting on her nerve, like, grandma, can I please hold your radio? And she didn't mind me holding the radio, you know what I'm saying? But she used to hate to hear me keep rewinding and keep pressing the button. She like this. I hear you in there pressing them buttons, just let it play. I'm like this, Bob. I'm right, and I gotta rewind this joint. It ended, so now you gotta rewind it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, Mom, I gotta rewind this joint. It ended. I gotta put the beat back. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, you know, she bought me my first radio. But what really happened was, you know, like when I first moved to my projects and stuff, like my projects had its own day called Bronxdale Day. And there was this dude, I think he was like from the third section of my projects, right? And the dude name was Blue Kangaroo, right?
Blue Kangaroo.
Yo, bro, when I tell you this nigga was dead nice, I mean, dead nice, bro.
Blue Kangaroo.
Bro, dead nice. Like, he's the one, like, see, because I was like 7 years old. So at that time, I didn't know that a regular person can get on the stage and grab the mic and have everybody going crazy. I thought you only had to be a rapper to do that. I didn't know like a regular nigga. He got on stage and grabbed the joint, my whole project going crazy. I'm like, oh, hold up, wait a minute. This nigga's from this building. I didn't even, you know, I'm 7 years old, so
Right.
I only thought rappers can get on stage,
Right.
grab the mic, and everybody go crazy if they fire.
Right.
I've never seen like a regular person that I know that's from the same building like me got on stage and had the whole project, including me, like,
Amazed.
this nigga's body and yo, like I'm going crazy. So that day, I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna try that shit. Fuck, I'm gonna try to write. I went to go play some ball right quick, right? Now I'm 7 years old, so of course my grandmom's is with me over there, you know what I'm saying? So I went and played ball, and this nigga fouled me crazy and fell on top of me and scraped my shoulder. Now my grandmom's is from the old school. Like I got the original grandma. The original one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So as soon as she saw that little blood, all right, nigga, we going upstairs.
Right.
I'm like, this damn, that's a foul. Yo, listen, that was the best thing she ever did because I actually went upstairs and I picked up that pen and paper and I never put it down since that day.
Wow.
Where did the name Drag On come from?
Wait, you don't know?
No, I don't. No, don't. Let him answer.
Blue Kangaroo.
Nah, I can't be it.
He was probably Red Drag On.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, because like with me being young and stuff like that. And when I first started rapping, I was spitting for my uncles and all them jail niggas that he was with at the time. And all them niggas would be like this, yo, that little kid fire, that little kid spit fire. He be on that fire shit, like, you know what I mean? Shit. So me being young, I just said, Dragon. And then, like, let me get, but once I got the Ruff Ryders, that nigga DMX ain't like that shit at all. He was like this. What? All right. Like, you fire, but like, and then I said my rhyme in a song, like Drag On in the Wagon.
Yeah.
That nigga jumped up like, that's it. Drag on. I'm like, drag on? He said, no. D-R-A-G, then dash on, because you with me now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you on now.
Right.
Drag on. I'm like this, man.
Drag
So
On.
DMX gave you your name.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, I never knew that.
No, his name was Dragon.
Yeah.
DMX put the little
Yeah. He put the dash and the O-N. I said, nigga, that's your name. That's it. Yeah.
So you was just dragging before.
Yep. That's serious.
X wasn't feeling it. It just
X was not feeling
But how old
it.
you was?
Niggas,
How old you was when you came up with that name?
I was probably like 9.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you got with X?
I was 17.
Okay, so
nah.
Dragon lived for a few good years.
Shit, did you tell him about blue kangaroos? He don't like my name. There's a nigga named Blue Kangaroo, and he's crazy.
Yo,
He got nothing but punches.
Yo, bro,
Dash
let me tell you something. Yo, that dude was nice. Like, nice. And
You
then
have
I
to
end
be.
up,
You have to be.
and then I end up having to battle the dude and won. And I was shocked that I won. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it was that nice. I ain't gonna front. It was, bro,
Yo,
that nigga
wherever
was a
you
spit.
are, Blue, if you watch
Yeah,
this,
shout out to you,
hop in
man.
the comments real quick.
Shout out to you.
Yeah,
Shout out
I
to
see in the
you.
comments. I like to
Man,
see
that
it.
nigga, he had to be nice. Nigga ain't like Blue Kangaroo.
Yeah, Blue Kangaroo. Crazy name.
I'm just saying.
Killing shit.
If you wasn't nice, bro.
yeah, I know. If he wasn't nice with that name, you already know they slaying.
Thanks. How you going?
Nah, he was,
I
he
go
was,
look
he
at
was
that.
something serious. I was like,
Him,
wow.
And you beat him.
I need to ask.
Yeah, and I beat him like a couple years later.
Right. What were those battles like back then? Because I know you had to face off a lot. I know the Ruff Ryders crew, all that.
Oh, like
It's
the battles with the
big
Ruff Ryders? Yeah, that joint was serious. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, like I did a lot of battles out here in Harlem and Brooklyn and Queens. And then I had, like a few battles in the South and all that stuff, in the
Mhm.
Bronx. Yeah, and I mean, shit was serious. You know
Is
what I mean?
that how you got on their radar to begin with?
Nah, like D was already watching me, from when I was hustling out there on 125th Street, and he heard about me. Like, yo, I ain't gonna front like little shorty right there. Yeah, I ain't a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But once they have their eye on you, then that's like the initiation right there. You know what I'm saying? Like once they fuck with you, then they put you in the pit to see if they really fuck with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? So actually, I mean, like I used to go to the studio thinking everything is friendly. And DNY, I have like 3-4 niggas in there waiting for me. You know what I'm saying? And that's just to make sure that I was still writing while I wasn't with them.
Who was the toughest battle?
Let me get like
Besides Blue.
The top 3. So I know there's a bunch of them.
Blue got to be
toughest.
number 3.
like it wasn't no known rappers that's known now though. You know
Now,
what I'm
who was
saying?
your toughest? Like, who was your toughest competition?
Wait, you said there was no known rappers?
Yeah.
So you never had to battle Cassidy?
Nah, like me and Cat actually got into a cipher right there on 125th Street, like when I first met him.
Mm-hmm.
But it was more of a friendly thing, you know what I'm saying? Because I think I actually wanted to, because I was dumb young and I ain't know him.
Mm-hmm.
But D actually tapped me like this. We just want to hear him, you know what I'm saying? So it was more on it like that, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why me and Keyz got dumb tight is because like the minute I heard him, I was just a fan of him right away.
Mm.
Like, okay, all right.
What about Jin?
Jen, I just like the Jen personality.
Right.
Where we
You ain't never had to battle?
No,
Never?
never battled Jen.
Wow.
Yeah. Word. I'm like, and it's crazy too, because I've been watching like different interviews and podcasts, and I've been seeing like a lot of rappers lying, talking about they battle me, and I never battled them.
Who?
Like
Wow.
a lot. You know what I said? Like it was one time French had said something that he was in a battle with me, and I never battled French.
Fresh Montana?
Yeah. And Bleak said it too. I was like, I never battled Bleak. Like, you know what I'm saying? Word up for real, you know what I'm saying? Word. But,
Crazy.
Why?
But it was a lot of that going on back then.
yeah, hell, it was a lot of it going on though. A lot of it. You know what I'm saying? A lot.
Niggas be mistaking ciphers for battles? Maybe. You was
Maybe.
under the cipher with Blue?
That's a cheap credit.
No.
Oh,
Damn.
shit.
I never was even in the cipher with Bleak or French or none of them. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Well, what's the craziest battle that you saw while you was with Ruff Ryders?
The craziest battle that I seen was a battle
People
that
talk about the X, Jay-Z. People talk about I think Cassidy and Jen got into it one day in the studio
Nah, it was Cassidy and Freeway.
at Freeway.
You was there for that?
Nah, I was actually sick, but they called me for that though.
Right.
Word. I'm saying, but I was in the house like with the ammonia, I had the flu and everything. I'm like, this, damn, hold up, and Beanie gonna be there?
Yeah.
Like, you know what at that time, I was like super vicious, super hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, so I definitely wanted to go down there and chew shit up.
Right.
I was like, this first damn and Beanie.
Hey,
My nigga, I couldn't even see. My eyes was watering, me nose, everything. Yeah, that shit, word up.
Wow.
But the illest battle was a battle with me and X, right? Like, nah, man, you know, like when I first met X, I had to battle him, and I lost like I think me and X went about like 6 rounds, and X won 6 rounds.
What did he say though? Yo, what was X saying though?
That nigga was kicking that shit that y'all niggas was hand at me.
Yeah.
Like, word, he was like, this, "What more? You want more?" And it was, my nigga, I'm 17 years old, like, yo, this nigga is just barked at me. This nigga thinks he's a dog. This nigga thinks he's a dog. I was, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but before, you know, because, you know, nobody was used to that.
Yeah.
Nobody was used to that.
Yeah.
Seeing it for the first time, what's your reaction? Like,
I'm looking at my man who I had with me, I'm like this nigga thinks he's a dog. Like, for real, this nigga's growling at me like I ain't hear none of that until I saw you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because even Snoop Dogg don't do that.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, like, this nigga really thinks he's a dog. You feel what I'm saying? The most I heard Snoop do was that right there. Wow. That's it. This nigga's really doing all that. I'm like, can't fuck with this nigga. Word. I ain't gonna fuck.
How that battle come about though?
Now, you know, soon as D had brought me to the studio and stuff like that, like once he decided to rock with me and all that, that was my first battle, bro.
Wow.
DMX.
Was the initial conversation with you and D, like, he literally just walked down on you while you were on the corner and be like, hey, listen, I got this label thing happening. I want to...
Listen, man.
I was hustling over there on 125th Street, and D had walked by, because I had came up on him like back in '94, so this is 3 years prior. You know what I say?
Mm-hmm.
But they had Locks and Mace was still over there, and X was still in the cut, so they couldn't really rock with me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, but they kept me in mind, and I don't know if you remember the Crazy Sam had this big rap contest battle. Right? And no lie, I'm the one that won that shit first place, bro. Word. Yo, listen, it was rappers coming from all over the world. And I think I was probably like 15, 16 years old. And that shit had got back to D. Like, you know what I'm saying? So D actually came looking for me on 125th Street. Word up.
Wow.
Word up, shit like
Was that
that.
the first, like, real conversation you had with him?
Yep. That was the first time that I actually, he said, all right, look, and I'm gonna need you to call me tonight, like around 8 o'clock. I called that nigga at 7:59. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then he sent this man Butler to come pick me up. I went in the studio, and that nigga X is right in there like this.
This
Like,
way.
nigga, this is my house. Like,
Word.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Word up, straight like that. Straight like that.
So y'all got tight after the battle.
Yeah. Like once I bat one up, cause like you know, like, and I didn't even know I was losing until like round 5.
How you ain't know you was losing?
Bro, I'm just like spitting going in, like off rip. I knew I couldn't fuck with him, you know what I'm saying? Cause he doing all type of every shit. I'm like, and I ain't even really care.
Right.
So he like, yo, this little nigga's hungry, you know what I'm saying? Cause anybody else probably would have stepped off, but I kept coming.
Right.
And I was nice a little bit too, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, they always just bugging that I write my own rhymes.
Right.
Or you feel what I'm saying?
At that age?
And then like, X was always amazed that he seen that I have a speech problem. Like, you feel what I'm trying to say? So he was amazed off that. He like this. But how's you rapping fast though? Like,
Right.
okay, the rapping regular fine, you practicing and stuff like that. But how's you doing the, man, my nigga do the dip that,
Yeah.
You can't talk worth for shit.
Right.
Word, you know what I'm saying? Nah.
Yo,
my
X
dude.
is crazy.
I mean,
Tell.
that is the question though. How is it? How are you doing?
Nah, see, like when I researched it, right? I mean, you know, shit popped up like, I mean, you know, like when you talk and when you sing or you kick a rhyme and stuff like that, that's totally two different parts of your brain. So like, you might think you might be using the same part of your brain by talking and rapping on, because you using verses all the time, you know what I'm saying? But it's actually two different parts of your brain. So the part where I could sing and do the music is fine. The talking part of my brain is the part where it's a little bit messed up. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
You ever thought about freestyling interviews? I'm just saying, would it work? I'm just saying, would it work?
Yeah, nah, like, I mean, you know, like me, like when I rap, like I gotta rap to a beat or I will stutter.
Oh.
Word, you know what I'm saying? So that's what make me actually have to stop battling, you know what I'm saying? Because then, I mean, you know, Smack and all them niggas came through and there wasn't no beat. I'm like this. I ain't gonna better fuck with that. Y'all niggas lucky.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I needed a beat. You know what I'm saying? So I used to sit back, watch you battle niggas, watch Murder Mook battle niggas. I'm like this. Damn, these niggas is going, man, I want a part of that. But I know what's gonna happen. Nah.
Nah, you could. You
Bro,
could.
trust me.
Drag.
Bro, listen, you should have seen what I was going through with Examoon and Crazy to the Grave, bro.
Drag.
Oh, the movie.
I'm telling you, my joint is word. Like, I mean, you know, and 2017 is when I started working with it. So I'm a lot better than I was like when I was with the Ruff Ryders.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like I actually started studying and going to different classes and going online to different classes and actually learning how to control it and slow it down. But my shit was worse, bro. Like I'm telling you. You feel like
Wow.
no, you feel like ask Keyz. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I remember.
Al, Shiggy, I don't care who you ask over there.
I think we had a conversation about it back in the day.
Yeah, word up, for real.
How did you perfect it though?
Like I had to learn how, I mean, you know, stuttering is also with my tone. So like, I mean, like for one, I had to slow down, right? And then also I had to lower my tone. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like all right, look, like right now, like if I was to talk like this all throughout this whole interview right now, to y'all, it sounds like I'm speaking regular right now, like a regular person. To me, it sounds like I'm talking like this. Yo, Math, yo, what's up? Like it's,
Right.
but I know it's just in my mind. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's how it sounds like to me. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, you know, I had to learn, like, no, that's not what you sound like. You actually sound normal now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
yeah, I mean, you know.
So is it like a you think too fast type thing?
I think I be talking before I even fully thought it out.
Mm.
Word, you know what I'm saying? And then I talk fast. And then I always spoke like with a higher tone, you know what I'm saying? So now I lowered my tone and now I'm a little bit better with it, you know what I'm saying? But back then, like that freestyle you played right there,
Yeah.
like I was scared to death because I knew I was on that radio and I knew as soon as I get finished rapping, they want to talk and ask questions. So I was so happy and comfortable that the locks was there. I'm like, yes, I know they're going to talk to them more than me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Them niggas been out more than me. They bigger than me. I'm like, this.
Right.
Look, they going to kiss right there. I was doing that all day, like for years. Like just Kid Styles, Eve right there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I was doing that the whole time, like running away from stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I heard you had a stutter,
Yeah.
and I didn't believe it. I
Yeah.
thought somebody was like,
But you never seen them in interviews. That was the thing.
Even in the interviews that I heard about, first of all, it was print. So there was a lot of print. There was a lot of written.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no stuttering print.
Yeah, right.
Right? Then when I would see him, he was always performing.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Somebody said, yo, you know he got a wild stutter. Get the fuck out of here. Like,
Yeah.
you just don't like him. Get
Yeah,
the fuck out of
you
here.
just-
You making shit up. Yeah, that shit is haters. There's no way.
No, because hearing you rap, nobody would believe it.
Yeah.
Added the
Yeah.
speed shit, like you said earlier. Like,
Right.
who's gonna
Yeah,
believe
Especially, and he's rapping the fastest out of everybody.
And
That's on the track.
We talking about you like you're not here. And he's clear. Like
Right.
the dictation, the articulate, it's clear as shit.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no slins.
I commend you. You brave.
Thanks, man.
You brave, bro.
You know,
I don't know if I would have went near rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have been like, nah, that can't be good for me.
I gotta find
You know what I'm saying?
How many interviews you turned down because of that?
Oh man, like yo, so many interviews,
Movies,
bro.
hip
Not
hop.
movies. Not movies. Because movies, like as long as I get the script ahead of time, I'm all right.
Right.
Word, you feel what I'm saying? So movies, I do the movies and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, like sometimes my joint would flare up doing the movie because I wasn't practicing at that time. You know what I'm saying? But as long as I had the script, I was good. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like interviews, like radios and stuff like that, every time I went to Hot 97, I don't know if you noticed, but the locks was right there. I used to call them, make sure, yo, my nigga, I got to do this Hot 97, you know.
Right.
Y'all niggas to come on through, baby. It's all, yo, track. Come on, you got y'all album, my nigga. Y'all niggas on it. Come on, man. Word up. Word up.
Do you feel, looking back now, that stifled your career?
As far as with the stuttering, I think it probably had a little bit of something.
Avoiding press, avoiding interviews,
Yeah.
not letting people see who you really were, not being able to tell you, being afraid to tell your story, not because of the story, but because of the stutter. Can you think that, I know this, we talk about it all the time, and the fact that fans support the artist that they like. If they like you as a person, they'll support your music. You make a bad song, but if they feel like they fuck with you, they'll support you.
Right.
But they gotta be able to know, they gotta get to know you. You gotta know you. And you can't tell your story.
Right.
It's tough.
Yep, it was tough.
Do you feel like that? And did you grow?
Like a little bit. Well, you feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of it, I mean, you know, it was really like record label stuff with, I mean, you know, with less promo. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I think I probably was like the only rapper over there. And at that time, every rapper, like when they about to drop an album or the day they drop an album, they went on a promo tour. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think I'm like the only rapper that never went on that joint. You feel what I'm saying? Like when I dropped albums to the H2O, I was chilling in my projects every day, selling like 97,000 units a day, a week, I think.
Wow.
Word, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just on the strength, like, you know what I'm saying?
You were just letting the music speak for yourself.
Well, you was part of everybody else's promo tour, so it was like,
Right,
yeah.
right.
So it makes sense.
Yep,
But you still need that chance to step out.
yeah, like you still gotta have your own though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, like on my second album, I went on Jin's promo tour. Like they put me on Jin's promo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But me and Jin was cool, so I had no problem going.
Shout out to Jim.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when we first heard Drag On, it was around the time that we first heard somebody else. And there was a lot of comparisons. People even thought that y'all was dissing each other for a while.
Ooh.
Cameron.
Oh, Cam? Oh, yeah. See, like, that actually happened, right, on Hot 97. Like, I mean, Angie Martinez was just playing around, but it went there.
It went left.
Right? And my verse came on, and she said my verse. She said, they call me Drag On, sound like Cameron, sound like Drag. And she did that little phrase right there.
Yeah.
And it just blew up. What you know what I'm saying? But I never.
So it was
never had
Angie fault.
a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Angie my people's though. You know what I'm saying? But it actually started from when she said that. Because I remember when she said, I said, that shit gonna lead to something else. But I never really had no problems with
But did you hear rumblings? Because there was a couple of times it's like, yo, let's have a shot. Let's have a shot. Let's have a shot. I know I was listening to like the mixtapes, like,
yeah,
take a shot.
That was on, you know, the mixtapes was heavy back then.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, it might have was like a few things that I probably thought it was a shot, but I never really took nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I always was a Cameron fan though. Like when I say, because you know, like when D came and got me from 125th Street, I was actually selling DJ Clue tapes. So I was selling them nigga shits. You know what I'm saying? So I was a fan of these niggas. So I ain't really had no problem with them.
Did you ever run into him?
Yeah.
You ran into Cam? What was that conversation?
Yo, listen, I ran into Cam, right, on 145th Street. This is years ago, right, with my man Vaughn right here, right? And Cam came up to me in the car. That nigga said, yo, check this out. There's no beef, there's no love. I don't got no problem with you. I don't even know you. And I said the same thing. I said, nah, my nigga, it's all love. Listen, that's Angie Martinez on that radio. It's all love. Yeah. Word up. Straight like right on 145th Street in Broadway. They were pouring out rain that day.
Right.
Yeah, word up.
So y'all ain't connect? Trying to get no work done?
Nah.
Because Caitlyn X was cool.
They had a record called Bullet.
Yeah. That was like the first time hearing both of them.
Yeah.
For me.
That was my first time.
That was actually one of my favorite records.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite records.
I think that was the first time I heard DMX on Bullet.
Oh, word?
My first time.
First time I heard DMX was Born Loser.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Look that up.
His name was his
Way before.
Yeah. That's way before.
Way before.
You was MATHHOFFA like 20 years older than me, so it's
Well, my brain is.
It's my brain.
That's crazy.
I don't even think he was. I'm not sure he was going by DMX back then.
It's going by Born Loser, right?
The Born Loser was the name of the record.
I think he was just going by what DMX stands for, probably Dark Man.
Dark Man.
Yeah, it might have been that. Born Loser, not because I choose to be, it's because all the bad shit happens to me. I got kids, but their mother don't want them to know me. They call me Kill Pretty because I'm mad homie.
Yeah.
Yo, he know everybody wrong.
Don't do that. Because it'd be the one nigga run up with
Everybody.
Everybody except mine.
Oh, for the love of God.
That's everybody except mine.
Yo, we did the BEATZ shit.
Yeah.
Where like, you read the lyrics and you like, oh, is that hot or not? And guess whose lyrics it was?
Here we go.
They put my shit on a card from a battle. I'm just sitting there looking at MECC like, you piece of shit.
Yo, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Now, how funny would it be if I told you I knew it, but it was funny to pretend.
Wait the camera now, right?
Well,
Like, cool.
It is true, but
What was it? Rate the Bars? Rate the Bars. Go check that out.
There's also a bunch. There's also. I knew that, and it was wild because DMX then Dark Man X on the Born Loser didn't sound anything like what he sounded like
Later on.
Oh God, night and day.
Yeah.
Night and day.
Literally.
Yeah.
I had no idea the dude I'm watching on Get At Me Dog was the same little white cassette tape that I had in the house.
Because his voice wasn't like that at all.
At
It
all.
wasn't. It wasn't like that at all.
That DMX impression is scary. I did that like 2-3 times in here. And this is why everybody thought y'all were related when you first.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
I just knew y'all would
Cousins or something.
have, right?
I
At
thought
least.
Sonny and X was cousins.
At least.
Like,
If you wasn't his little
Like
brother,
X used to run around and tell everybody that I was little brother, so I just ran with it.
Mhm.
Word, you know what I'm saying? Because I was comfortable being Robin and him Batman. Like it's all good.
Yeah.
Word, I was
As
comfortable
my
with
grandmother
that.
would say, they favor each other.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
favor.
Yeah.
It was believable.
Mm-hmm.
Very believable. All right, so, okay. Getting past the Cameron thing. X is getting hot. Locks already got the deal. What's going on with you at that time?
Like at that time, I was just battling niggas and just trying to hold my weight. And then, me and DMX, we went out to Cali. And then that's when we found Eve. And then when we have found Eve and we brought her back, then they was able to shot me and Eve.
So it wasn't Mace.
No, Mace was already. He was already.
Yeah, but he didn't discover Eve.
No, Eve said he told her to stop stripping and start rapping.
Right.
I don't know about the discovery.
Oh, okay.
Right.
What about Suge
maybe
Knight?
so. Maybe so.
I heard Suge Knight had something to do with Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't she connected to Dr. Dre or
Yeah,
something?
she was over there first.
Right.
It was her, The Game.
Yep, The Game.
And somebody else. But Dre had like, just have to see you say I know everything. And
You're smart.
now I gotta remember it now. I fucking can't. I'm trying to think of who the third guy on the cover was. There was Eve, Game, and somebody else standing behind Dr. Dre. And that was like his.
Who was?
Is that RBX?
No, it was
Or
RBX.
Melman?
Might have been Melman.
Might have been Melman?
Might have been Melman. I think I remember.
You see the
that.
cover, right? You can see it.
In my head with the three
It
of them
was right
stripes.
behind him. And that was before Game went to G Unit, and it was before Eve went to Ruff Ryders.
Yeah.
She was out there first.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So they picked up Eve, and they started to market you guys together.
Yeah, well, they was able to get a situation over there at Interscope. You know what I'm saying?
For the whole label.
Yeah.
Right.
And Interscope wanted me and Eve. You know what I'm saying? So, I just went that route. Like, you know what I mean? Or, like deep down, like I wanted to go Def Jam. Or, like, you know what I'm saying?
Why?
Because my brother was over there. Because X was over there. I ain't gonna front. I wanted to be wherever he was. I told you I was comfortable being Robin.
Right.
Real talk. So,
right.
Batman's over there. I need to be over there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I mean? I was, DMY was able to get a situation over there with Jimmy Iovine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
What was that like? Because you've been in the mix of it for forever.
Yeah.
You've been in the studio, you battle dudes, you're around the guys that's starting to take over the whole scene.
Yeah.
Then you land your situation. What's that like?
Like that right there was like, it was almost like unbelievable. Word, you know what I'm saying? Because I was actually with Ruff Ryders when I was 17, so I wasn't legal enough to sign a contract, because I didn't really have no parents and all that stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to wait till I was 18. But once I turned 18, then I was able to sign on Ruff Ryders.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and then once they got the Interscope situation, then I was able to work on my album. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I really felt like, okay, I bet this shit is really, you know what I mean? I got a budget open, I got studio time downtown Manhattan with other big artists. Word.
What's the first thing you bought?
The first thing I bought was a jumper jean suit with the strap. That's the first thing I bought, bro.
First thing?
I bought me and my man that jumper.
The jumper jean suit.
I was dying my whole life.
Finally, I got the check.
Yo.
Jean suit, I'm on my way.
I've been here putting that shit on like this. That shit fire, son.
I've been walking past this jean suit for 30 years.
My ex had that on in a photo shoot with the dogs. He had the same
jumper joint. Yeah,
I used to fiend for that shit when that's the first thing I bought. Word, I came to Harlem. I said, this shit, money, you want one of them shit? Got home, put that shit on like this. Let the one strap hang out like this. Right. That's the first thing I bought, bro. I ain't buy no jewelry, none of that.
Nothing.
None of that. I bought that little outfit right there. I was like this, all right. I feel good. You know what I mean? I feel good.
Right.
That's it. That's what it was about.
That was it.
So, for real.
All right. Was there anybody around advising you on finances?
No.
No.
Nope. Like I had a great accountant and stuff like that, but like I mean, I wasn't really learning how to invest in certain things. Like Drago, put your money here and do that. Nah, you know what I mean? I just knew how to stretch money. Like if I say like my accountant showed me how to not spend money. You know what I'm saying? So I always was a nigga that was not just blowing money, like jewelry, wow clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean,
And then but you was hanging with X.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, he used to splurge.
Yeah, but X was, X was making all type of bread. You know what I'm saying? So he was doing his thing.
Right.
But me, I always was, you know what I'm saying? Like
conservative.
Yeah.
You had the Robin wallet.
Yeah. Real talk.
Right.
Period. Yep.
Okay. Rockefeller Ruff Ryders tour.
That was the Hard Knock Life.
Hard Knock Life.
Yeah.
You're on that.
Yep, I was on that. Yeah, like that was amazing to me because that was like my first time. Well, I was actually on the Survivor the Illest tour too, the tour before that.
Yeah, Survivor the Illest
so
was great.
I popped out here and there on that a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But on the Hard Knock Life tour was when X was like, all right, look, we're going to do a set. I'm going to bring you out. You know what I'm saying? So that was like when I really felt like a real artist performing in front of 30,000, 20,000. You know what I'm saying? So that was love. You know what I mean? Yeah, for real.
Well, what would you say was the best moment on that tour? Or just the craziest story? Matter of fact, I know. I know, you dig what I'm saying? But what was it like? Like, we had not to, bring up the negative or whatever.
Yeah.
But we know for certain celebrities, they had a lot of access to women.
Yeah.
What was it like on those tours?
Like the tour was crazy. Like you know what I'm trying to say, you know, just to see, you know, like niggas had girls, like you know, like you know how it's set up, you know, you got different roles and stuff like that. Yo, I seen a girl jump down from like the second floor of the road, bro. Like hurt her leg and all that. Jumped down. And then I seen niggas pick her right up like this. You all right? Come on. I'm like this. Yo, take her to the hospital. That nigga on his way taking her to the room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, yo, shit was, she limping.
Gotta elevate the leg.
Yo, my nigga,
Elevate the leg. Elevate the leg.
Yo, my nigga, I see some crazy stuff on tour. Word, you know, like fights and all that stuff too, all type of stuff.
All right, the crazy story.
Far as on the Hard Knock Life, it wasn't really too much of crazy stuff, but the Ruff Ryders Cash Money tour was a little bit reckless.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember one time we caught a little bit of beef with the Made Men dudes and stuff like that out there in Boston. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The kids talked about that.
Did you recognize Benzino when you saw him?
Nah, it was him and his peoples and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know, but not like me and my peoples ain't really know what was going on. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, we just knew that it was just on and popping and shit was dropping. You know what I'm saying?
To break, like, walk me through it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zeno, by the way.
Yeah.
What's happened? You on stage? You woke off stage?
Yeah, like we backstage, and then next thing you know, niggas is fighting in the hallway, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't really know what was going on, you feel what I'm saying? Because I was pretty much like doing my own little thing, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't really know what was going on. And then shit popped off, then we all fighting and all that stuff. Then the police came and locked all of us up, and like, you know what I'm saying? So that was like one of the most craziest thing right there.
Yeah, anybody say, yo, that nigga right there on the Source. He owns the Source magazine.
Yeah, like, you know, like it was crazy though, because it happened out there in Boston, and it's crazy because you could tell the police didn't really like them Boston niggas too. Like the Boston police didn't like like none of the Main Men niggas.
Right.
Like you could tell they hated them. You know what I'm saying? Like they was
how did you tell?
Yo, bro, they like this. Just tell us the truth. Look, we don't really like them anyway. Did they come in there messing with y'all? We like, nah, I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what's going on. Like right now, y'all came in there arresting us and stuff like that. But yo, you could tell like they was trying to give us food and let us word up. I'm like this, yo, these niggas must be out here terrorizing shit. I can tell them niggas was out there terrorizing shit.
Wow.
Do you think that's the reason why you got them little bit of mics in the Source?
Nah, you got, what you get, 3.5, right?
Nope, I got 2.5.
That's 2.5. A little bit.
I got 2.5. I got 2.5.
You felt a certain kind of way about that.
They found out.
Yeah. I threw a shot at the Source, but it was a light shot and inside of the song that I did with me and Twista. Right? I threw a shot with him. But me and Dave Mays, we got cool. You know, like right after that though. You know what I'm saying? You know, he said, "Yo, Drag, listen, I know you mad with the 2.5 mic. You know I ain't got nothing to do with that. But look, I'm gonna bring you out on the Source Award and have you give out an award and stuff like that." I was like, "All right, bet, cool, hell yeah, word."
You was around for that time, man?
Yeah. I remember he wasn't too nice to his interviewer. I believe it was Aaliyah S. King. Is she the one who interviewed you? Aaliyah?
I don't remember.
Was it a woman?
I don't even remember that joint. I don't even remember. All I know
I'd have to go get the magazine.
Is that I got the 2.5 mics and I mentioned it on the song with me and Twista.
I heard you blacked out
that
too.
Was it.
You cursed somebody out?
Word in the interview?
Nah.
Oh no. Well, I don't know about where you cursed somebody out.
I heard you curse somebody out, Drag.
Word.
In the interview, you were just being tight.
I will curse somebody out though.
Yeah.
But who though? I don't remember though. Because me and Dave Mays, like, we squashed that shit like right away. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he came to me, he was like, yo, drag us, I'm gonna bring you out on this sauce joint. After that meeting, it was cool. Like right away. So,
how did you feel when you saw it? He was like, oh, this is because of that Boston shit.
Nah. I didn't.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Nah. I didn't.
I was the nigga that was getting
I didn't think none of that had anything to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought that, I mean, you know, like maybe like the people at the source didn't like the album that much. You know what I'm saying? That's how I took it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really taking it away. So
don't forget that the people at the source, they don't really like Benzino too much either. Remember, he caused that walkout. It really wasn't. They wouldn't take his side journalistically like that.
Right.
When it wasn't tit for tat, like he be with somebody. So the writers are now going to retaliate.
Yeah.
Right.
And in the interview, which I read, I remember he was just being tight-lipped. Like the interview described it as he was giving like yes and no answers. Nah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I never really like interviews. I'm not gonna front. Like, if I'm not saying, like, I never was really, you know, like a real interviewer. And what was probably going on was me having a real bad stuttering attack, and she probably didn't understand what was going on, and I really didn't want to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because me really cursing somebody out is kind of.
It never said you cursed anybody.
Right.
That's a separate thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I read the interview. It never said that you walked on her or flipped on it. It just said
You were short.
She was short with. She was trying to find him. He wasn't making himself like available. It was finally caught up.
It probably was the stuttering problem though. Like, if I'm saying,
see, now hearing that,
I'm almost willing to bet my life that it was that.
Wow.
That's serious. Like, I'm almost willing to bet my life for it. If I'm not saying
you come across mean because you're not speaking, but you're not speaking because you have a stutter.
Yeah, because I'm always like now. Now that I came out about it, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, I really cared. Like, I really didn't want people to know. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, all right, look, on Exit One and Cradle to the Grave, bro, I made sure I did not let none of the directors or the casting people or the people that did the makeup, I made sure I did not let them hit me still on, because I thought I was going to kick off the movie. Word, you follow what I'm saying? Because my stutter was that bad.
Wow.
You follow what I'm saying? So that's probably what was going on. And I'm just trying to answer this shit real smooth without a stutter. Boom. Okay, I answered, I'm done.
Right.
Next question. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at that time, I'm trying my best not to stutter.
How did that role come about?
X. Well, you follow what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, like all my movie roles, you know what I mean? You know, X was like, yo, listen, I'll do it, but you got to put my little homie in there. You know what I'm saying?
That's love.
And then he did it again for Cradle to the Grave.
Right.
4 times, even though like they already wanted me in there, but he did it again. Like, yo, I'm not gonna really shoot the movie unless you put drag, because I just feel comfortable working with him. And they understood his comfortableness. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I was getting them roles. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I still had to audition for them joints, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I mean, you know, like the Cradle to the Grave, I didn't have to audition, but Exit One, I had to audition for that joint. Still, you know what I'm saying? But I knew I kind of had it, you know what I'm saying? Because of X.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But big shout out to Ray Copeland, word, you know what I'm saying? Because I probably won't even have no acting career if it wasn't for Ray Copeland, though. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Ray Copeland was the one that helped X do the Romeo Must Die, the Belly, the Exit Wound, the Cradle to the Grave, all that. So big shout out to Ray Copeland, because he was, I mean, you know, like the mastermind behind that. You know what I'm saying? Like, drag, don't worry about it. You know, because I was on his heels like, yo, Ray, I can act, trust me. He's like, I can't talk worth of shit, but if I get the script ahead,
right,
you hit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know you hear me rhyme. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can do it. I just needed a little.
Right.
Like, I got you. And I ain't gonna front. The first movie you put me in was with Steven Seagal, and then the second movie was with Jet Li. You know what I'm saying? So he held his word.
Jeez.
You know what I mean?
That's
What was that like,
He held his
bro?
word.
What was that like being on set with them?
With Steven Seagal, after seeing Hard to Kill, Mark for Death, and all that, this nigga walks in with the squinty eyes and the ponytail.
Ain't nobody beating me over no ponytail. I'm sorry, I don't care who you wear, where you from.
Yo, I don't know if you ever noticed this,
Ponytail.
but Steven Seagal and Donald Trump they like talk the same. You ever notice that?
Nah. Damn, you know what? Now that I'm
It's crazy, right?
yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta go listen to Steven Seagal.
They do got the mannerism far as how they talk though, like how they pronounce their words. It is kind of similar. That's crazy. I
Where
never
you
would
gonna
have
go?
that.
He's a little guy. He's a little guy.
Yeah.
Nobody talks like me. I talk the best out of everyone. When it comes to acting, you know, I'm kind of the best. He talks. It's gonna be fantastic.
It's not fantastic than better than fantastic. What's the word for better than fantastic? It's like,
by the time I get there, there'll be no colors, no colors. You won't see me in the blacks.
this screw face is done. There's no more screw face.
Yeah.
It's like there's some shit going on with them. But you're on set with them. What's your first thought?
Like me and Steve got cool, bro. Like I mean, you know, and it's crazy too, huh? Cause and even Ray Copeland and X was even bugging how he was so cool with me. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm gonna keep it there real.
Right.
A lot of the other actors on the set, I could tell that they ain't really like him.
Steven?
Yeah, word.
Why?
Like, I mean, you know, he had like a reputation, like, I mean, you know, just, I mean, you know, like being cocky and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And plus I heard, I mean, you know, and a lot of his movies and stuff like that, he hurted people for real. Like, you probably say, nah, not for real.
DMX said that. DMX said, yo, him and Steven Seagal has got us some shit because he did a move. He's like, yo, motherfucker, you almost broke your arm or some shit.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't gonna, like, he's known for ODing on it. You know what I'm saying?
Because he really do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, but with me, he was dumb cool though. Word. He was like, yo, I mean, you know, how many movies you shot and stuff like that? I'm like, yo, this is my first movie. He like, where's your first movie? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, you landed
first
with
movie
me.
He's like, I mean, you know, Tom Hardy and all that. I'm like, yo, it's my first movie, bro.
Wow.
Scared to death. I'm out here trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? Word up. I mean, you know, but I mean, he was cool though.
He showed you any shit off camera?
Nah. He was telling me like a lot of stories how he used to be in the studio with KC and JoJo and stuff like that. That's
Steven Seagal was in the studio with Casey and Joe.
You don't believe it?
Who?
Oh my
God. And playing instruments and all that stuff with him and all that.
You never heard the Panani song?
Nah,
You heard the Panani song?
I hear the Bonatti song.
Y'all never heard Steven Seagal's Panani song?
Hell
Yes,
no.
I did.
Man, how does it go?
Hold on, we gotta take a break. We gotta take a break. Y'all never heard this
I
song?
thought you was
for
gonna
real?
split the verse.
I would prefer not to hear a song by Steven Seagal called Panani.
Yo,
I ain't
hold
going front.
on.
He used to always talk about how he used to be in the studio with KC and JoJo and Jodeci and all that. Like I mean, you know, like playing the guitar and stuff like that with them and all that. Word up.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah, for
That's
real.
something new. I didn't know he was into music like that.
Yeah, so all the rumors that I was hearing about, I'm like, yo, I don't see none of that. He seemed like a cool ass dude.
Mm-hmm.
Word up.
Nigga had a whole single called Me Wanti Panani. You don't know this shit?
I believe it because all he was like all of his stories was in the studio. Word up. He used to tell me he was in the studio all the time. That's crazy.
Yo, we're gonna take a 5-minute break.
That record was kind of alright. I ain't gonna
Don't
hold
do
you.
that. Don't do that.
Yo, what's
Don't
wrong?
do that.
It wasn't wet.
Me
Don't
Wanti
do that.
Panani tonight.
All right, when he make a comeback, just remember you caused
I'm
this.
just saying.
You wouldn't have said that if it was Buster singing that shit, nigga.
Buster wouldn't sound like Steven Seagal saying that shit. Nigga. Like, fuck out of here.
Buster would have killed that though.
Yeah, but
What?
I'm complaining about Steven Seagal. Let me complain about
Yo.
Steven Seagal.
Yo, first of all,
Sound like he could write for niggas though.
Here we go.
that's kind of scary though. Steven Seagal saying, Me Wanti Panani tonight.
Yeah, that's
And knowing what that,
Yeah.
I don't know, shorty. You might want to give it.
Word. Chop fire out you.
Speaking of Wanti Panani, you ever went to a Diddy party during your career?
Nah, not beginning. Like one time, we went to the fight with Mike Tyson bit the dude ear off.
Evander Holyfield?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where Diddy?
Yeah. Me, Kiss Style, Sheik, and D and stuff like that. We went to his house to watch that fight.
Right.
But then after that, we got right up out of there. Like that was the only event that I ever went. And that was when I first came into the game too. You find out how I'm saying? Like, you know, I think that fight happened what in 9-7 or 9-8. You know what I'm saying? So I just got with them. I went in there. I was just bugging like, okay.
Being that Locks was on Bad Boy, and I know D was close with Puff. Do you believe any of that shit that you hear, like the stories coming up?
Like with Puff?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you know, as far as all the stories and stuff like that, like, all right, I mean, you know, I'm gonna just say this, and I don't put past nothing on anybody. Well, you know, I said like, anybody capable of doing whatever they doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was just.
But off your judgment and what you saw.
I was just bugging off of that video that came out, like you pronounce it, like with him, like
Casey.
Cassie.
Yeah, with that right there.
Right.
You know. But as far as anything else, I don't really speak on it because I definitely wasn't there. Like I never went, you know, like I wasn't, you know, like around bad boys like that. I wasn't even around that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For real. I was really with X all the time. Like real talk. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
X wasn't really.
Let's get into that. Because that's probably for a lot of people, that's the elephant in the room. X had habits. Mm-hmm. And you were there. I imagine you being his Robin, there were things you may have wanted to say that maybe you could.
X never did drugs in front of me, not a day in his life.
Not once.
He always had that respect for me because he knew what was going on between me and my mother. If I'm not saying like he knew the situation.
That was my next question.
So he always respected that.
Mm-hmm.
So he
That's
never
solid.
like, and I put this on the Bible and I travel with my Bible. If I'm not saying like my Bible's in the car right now, I can get it. I put that on the Bible. I've never saw him do any drug in my life besides smoking weed and drinking Hennessy and getting drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He never did that. Like he on purpose kept that away from me.
He didn't want you to get it. Do you feel like he didn't want you to get influenced?
Nah. He just knew, you know what I'm saying, you know, because how me and X got cool was him telling me his story and me telling him my story.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So on the strength of my part of the story, he just kept that away. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew I was already
Against that.
I mean, you know, going to war, like you find out say with that, like with my mom trying to get her clean and stuff like that.
You've been through it.
Yeah, you find out say so. I mean, you know, he always kept that away from me.
But were there signs? Did you see any signs of it?
Like it'd be times where he'd walk past me and not really look me in my eyes, and he'd say something like he'd walk past and say something like, "Yo, it's dark outside right now." You know what I'm saying? He'd say that and just keep it moving. And I kind of like know what it means by when he said what is dark outside, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I've never seen him. You know what I'm saying? Word, you know, like X was always trying to stay clean, like you find out said, but he always knew that he had a demon with him, like you find out said, that was on his shoulders and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he was so heavy and so spiritual like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, he did a prayer after every single performance. Every performance. There is not one performance where he will get off stage without giving all praises to God. You know what I'm saying? Word, I mean, you know, and it wasn't because he thought he was an Israelite or nothing like that. He just was a spiritual person. You know what I'm saying? Word.
That duality had to be crazy to witness firsthand. Like, 1 minute he's praying, but another minute he's walking past you saying it's dark outside.
Yeah. And that dark outside probably only happened like maybe twice out of the whole time we lived together.
That's nothing. For the years you've known each other.
Wow. Yeah, word. You know what I'm saying? Like on my daughter, he kept that joint away from me.
But you heard the stories. You heard the
talk.
talk.
I used to hear the stories and all that stuff. Word, you know what I'm saying? But you know, like a lot of my family members did that joint, so it wasn't like a shocking story. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Did it ever occur, or did you ever think that the same kind of bravery that you showed as far as your mother was concerned?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stepping out and maybe, we got to do something, we got to plan something. Maybe you didn't think it was that bad because, like you said, he never did it around you and he only had that code word for you twice. So maybe you didn't think it was to the point where your mother was.
Yeah.
And he always looked like he was functioning. So it's I can see why it never got to emergency levels with you. But did you ever think that, yo, maybe we should call somebody and do something? Is there any way?
Yeah, like in the way, like I just looked at X like a warrior, bro. I just always looked at him as high regards. I never really looked at him like how everybody was looking at him. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I looked at him as my inspiration. You know what I'm saying? I never really looked at him like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was more of the lines like when Pac got shot the first time, and then when he got shot again the second time, like my mind, I'm automatically like,
he'll be fine.
He'll be all right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Until niggas is like, he passed. I'm like, whoa. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was more like that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? You know, like, I mean, you know, and it's crazy because you hear a nigga got shot, like, yo, he got shot on his chest, but for some reason with Pac, I'm just
you just thought,
he'll
be fine. He gonna live.
He be going through so much stuff, and you know what I mean? He was born over here, born in jail with his moms and Black Panthers, and he just been, he gonna be good. Like, your mind just be like that.
And you felt like that with X.
Yes, and I felt like that with X. I felt like, you know what I mean, you know, like, you know,
this can't hurt him. He'll be fine. He'll bounce back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like, let me, you know, like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know for a fact God got him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
When did that put you mentally when you heard it? When you first heard it?
When I first heard it, let me, you know, the first thing I thought was, let me, you know, was about, let me, like, my pops and my pops and my mom and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? You know, I got cousins and all that stuff that was on that word. You know what I'm saying? So, let me, you know, I just automatically thought it was like that. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Okay.
you know
I got another one. DMX was a living legend in his time. He was putting up insane numbers, doing stuff that had never been done before.
Yeah.
And you're his Robin.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you're in his shadow. Right? No disrespect to anybody, but ultimately, if he's the top dog, then everybody's in the shadow. But you would like almost market it as like mini DMX in a lot of different respects. And I look at somebody like Bleak's career, right? And Bleak's career suffered a bit in the beginning because people said, yo, he's gonna be the new improved Jay-Z. And then Jay-Z never went away.
It was a high expectation.
Right. And you gotta live up to that.
Yeah.
What did
you ever feel that way? Like,
I was comfortable being Robin.
But your career, did you in retrospect, looking back, do you ever think that maybe a career stifled in a couple of different places because he was so old world?
I like the fact that DMX was the big dog. I ain't gonna front. I enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying? For real. I was like me, like I'm like right now, like you looking at a DMX soldier, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, you know, like I look. And I remember when he first got signed to Def Jam, right? He first got signed to Def Jam. He found out about it. We was on the east side of Harlem. And we walked. No. Yeah. We was on the east side of Harlem, right? All the way down here. Me and him walked all the way to like Broadway, up 125th Street, just talking and celebrating. And I was just as happy as him, like as if I'm nowhere near getting signed. I just got there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we walking out once, he said, yo, Drag, listen, my nigga, I'm finna walk. DNY and all these niggas is over there by the Apollo. Now, we all the way down here. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said, DMX, I don't want to ride nothing, man. I just got signed, my nigga. I'm finna walk over there. I'm like this, nigga, let's walk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? That was me. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm a real DMX soldier, like, you know what I'm saying? Like straight, like the real one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what's a story about X that's never been heard?
X believed in God so much that he would hang off the side of a very big, tall building with one arm.
Why?
Say that again.
X believed in God so much that God knew for everybody's death, he knows. Like, when God's going to take you, he's going to take you. I'm going to show you. And now, I ain't going to front. Niggas used to be pissed that he did that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was not enjoying that. Niggas was
no fire escape underneath him.
No, bro, listen, I'm talking about whatever building. Here, hang up that joint. 2 hands, and then let go like this. And then put the other arm and climb back up like this. Bro.
Nobody stopped him?
Yo, my nigga.
Like niggas sat there and let him do that shit.
Nah,
Nobody
look.
stopped him?
Bro, listen, X is a slick, fast running nigga and all that, my nigga.
Yeah.
Yo, my nigga, he can't play a lick of ball.
Right.
But that nigga is fast as hell and all that. My nigga, he just be like this. Yo, look at this, y'all. Already over the joint. we like, yo, word up, real tough.
Say the word.
Yeah.
How many times do you see him do that?
I seen him do that like 3-4 times.
You ain't attempt to go save him?
4 times.
You don't want to touch him. What if you slip?
Bro,
Yeah,
you don't,
facts.
you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, listen, this is one arm, bro. Actually, I saw the interview with D and all that right here.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, D, why all this stuff I'm telling you right now? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Yeah.
You know, his faith was in God like that. Like, God gonna release my hand if it's time for me to go, bro. It's not time.
But that was suicide, bro. If he would have slipped and fell,
Bro, we already
that
know.
was suicide,
Yeah,
nigga.
you know what I mean? You know, but his faith was that strong though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like me. And I just told you that just to show you how strong his faith was.
Right.
His faith was really, let me like those prayers that he was praying, every time he prayed, he cried when he did that shit. Like he really felt that, bro.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, no, you know, like
It wasn't
an
a
act.
performance or
It wasn't an act. He will demonstrate.
he
How strong
will
God is.
demonstrate.
Yeah.
That's
Were
crazy.
you around when him and Jay started going back and forth?
When him and Jay-Z was going back and forth, what you mean? Like when after he was on and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
they started. Yeah.
When Jay-Z
Yeah, see, X is those shots at Def Jam. Like X those shots at anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's just, you know what I mean? Like X was always upset with Def Jam and, you know what I mean? You know, with the, you know, like with their relationship and stuff like that. But me, and I just stayed out of it. You feel what I'm saying? And just stayed loyal to him. You feel what I'm saying? Because I wasn't at Def Jam, so I'm not gonna really be, yo, fuck them niggas too. Nah, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, he always felt some type with his record label. You know what I'm saying?
Did you take part in that whole Rockefeller Ruff Ryders back and forth?
Nah, word. You know, like me and Bleak is cool. You know what I'm saying? Like Bleak, my man. I'm a super fan of Hov.
Mm-hmm.
I was a big fan of Beanie. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. But when it was going on, was you in the studio like, Ruff Ryders, we gonna take this?
Yeah, but I had that, like, you know, because at that time, and I was still battling at that time too. So I just had that for everybody. I'm just like, you know, at that time, I just felt like we was like the best spitters, like, you know, like far as spit and stuff like that. That was just how my mind was. You know
X didn't say, yo, Robin, let's go. It's lit.
No. If X would have said, get him, I was getting him. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It didn't matter who they was, you know what I'm saying? But X never really told me that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
He trying to keep you out of that?
Yeah, like X never really had no beef like that. You know what I'm saying? But if he did have beef, he knew I was the one that's gonna, you know, really go hard with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like really with these bars, whatever, you know, like whatever it is.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I'm just glad that it never happened. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these niggas I'm actually fans of. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of glad it never really happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? For real.
Right. Best and worst moment in the industry.
Best and worst moment. The best moment will be me meeting D the General and Ray Copeland and DMX and meeting the locks and stuff like that and learning from, that's the best moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then the worst moment was when DMX passed away.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the worst moment for me. You know what I'm saying? You know? And I say that because I can't think of nothing else worse than that. You know what I'm saying? You know, that happened to me as far as in this rap game. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I'm not gonna front. I'm not one of them rappers that have any like I don't regret nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel good about every situation, every idea I thought of. I just feel good about it.
Right.
Okay. Has this is my last question. Has your career done what you wanted it to do?
No. Nah. No.
Why not?
I just don't think, like, I never really had that push like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't really promoted at Ruff Ryders as, like, though I had an opportunity to drop a first album, but I still, know what I mean, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's more than just dropping the album. It's the whole ambiance and everything behind
rollout.
The rollout, the whole, like, I never really had that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you know, for every little dollar I made and stuff like that, I really had to grind out for it. Like, you find what I'm trying to say, you know what I mean? You know, I mean, you know, like when I was, I mean, you know, when I was with them and I was doing shows and stuff, like I never turned down the show. You know what I'm saying? Any show came my way, I took it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it was. You find what I said?
Mm-hmm.
Word, I mean, you know, and like the only shows I was kind of scared to take, but I still took them, was performing on basketball courts. I hate performing in basketball courts. I don't like that.
Why?
I don't know if it's the people all around. Like I want everybody right here and my back against the wall. Like that's just how I like it.
Right.
Like performing in the basketball court, that's like a pet peeve that I just don't like. You know what I'm saying? But I still used to do it though. You know what I'm saying? You know? And the crowds would go crazy too, but I ain't gonna front. Every show, I'm always nervous. So I always gotta take a little shot or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But for them basketball courts, I be getting litty. I be like, hold on, pour me this shot, pour me another shot, go out there in a whole nother mindset. And then when the crowd start going crazy, that's when I start getting comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, maybe I think it's because it's everybody that's all around me. And then I'm like, everybody's really here to watch basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm in the joint, this come out of nowhere. It's like I never really liked it that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I never turned down a show. I never missed a flight.
Mm-hmm.
I never was late to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? For real. Like I was really on my shit. Like, for real. I never missed a flight ever. I don't even know what that feel like.
You shaking concerts with the record with Juvenile.
Yeah.
How that came about.
You know what I mean? You know, D and Y, them niggas was like, yo, not really Y, but really D. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, Drag, yo, I mean, who you want on this record? And at the time, I mean, you know, like Juvie was like my first Jeezy, like for me.
Yeah.
Like talking that trap shit, like for me, he was like how when Jeezy came out, I'm like this nigga got to be doing this the way he breaking that down.
He was on fire.
He got to be doing that shit that he talking about though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the way Juvie was breaking it down, oh, you walking with them E's, huh? Oh, you gonna get them P's, huh? Oh, them D's came, you flush it down the toilet, huh? Oh, you hitting the lights, huh? I'm like this. I think I want this nigga right here. This nigga talking that get money shit. Like he was the first one out. Like to me, you know what I'm saying? It probably was other rappers that probably started first. I don't want to start none. But for me, he was like that first trap nigga to really talk that lingo that I fully understood. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm like, nah, get him. And then he got on there and I mean, you know, and killed the joint. Word. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean, you know.
That's probably one of your biggest records, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You have a win. You have a lane for a second win now. Talk back on your career.
Yeah.
You know, the lane has been opened up for more lyrical MCs to pull up, and you like a bull in a china shop as far as that's concerned. Like this is what you've always done.
Yes.
So there's a second are you up for a second win?
Yes, I'm working on 2 albums right now. One album is called Terry Son. Word, you know what I'm saying? And then the second album is Opposite of H2O Part 2, but it's just called H2O2.
Word.
Okay. So,
you know what I mean?
after
How that drama come about with you in the game?
Man, shit was crazy, like, because I'm a Game fan too. And then he came out with this one joint. He had like 100 bars. I was loving it. I'm bumping this shit. Like, this shit crazy. And then he just threw me underneath the bus. Niggas just threw
what was
me
the line?
underneath
What was the line?
He just grabbed me like this. You get underneath the bus. Like this, damn, nigga. What the fuck? Because it's crazy too because The Doctor's Advocate is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah, of his? Yes.
Of his, The Doctor's Advocate?
Yeah.
He was
Old
really
English.
sounding like Dr. Dre to me on that shit. I was like, yo,
Old
this nigga
English
really
is my
sound-
favorite joint.
Yo, The Doctor's Advocate was one of my favorite albums of all time. So
Yeah.
I really didn't even want to drop that part. That was part 20 I dropped on him. And I really ain't want to do that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like my DMs was going crazy. They say, Drag, we know you don't, I said, like, you ain't never played that.
Right.
Oh, Lord, what's happening?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't going to let it slide. I was going to let it slide. I was like, you know what? I'm going to let this bus roll over me and then I'm going to get up and go on by my business.
Right.
But people kept in my shit, so I'm like this. You know what I mean? You know, I'm not gonna go in the studio and spend no money on him. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm gonna just give him and dedicate part 20 to him. You know what I'm saying? But deep down, I didn't even really want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, The Doctor's Advocate is one of my favorite.
Damn,
like,
you had a
Do
J.
you
You
feel
had
like
a
he
J.
gave
Cole
you that
moment.
alley-oop?
Hold on. He had a J. Cole moment.
Huh?
You had a J. Cole moment
Like what was that? Like
where he was like, this and that, I ain't really want to do it. You know, he's one of the greatest rappers that ever.
Not that he wanted the greatest word. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always down for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I have fun doing 20. Like you know what I mean? I'm like this. All right, I know you're not gonna mention me again after this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
'Cause I know he gonna know. Like, all right, this nigga's ready to really go back and forth. Let me just leave that. Yeah,
Right.
just leave that alone. Leave me alone. I ain't bothering nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna front. You feel like The Doctor's Advocate is one of my favorite albums of all time, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like real talk. Like when that shit dropped. I'm like, it was times where I forgot it was him. I really thought it was Dre, bro. Like he really changed his voice and was sounding like Dre. Like that shit was sounding fire to me. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But then niggas is like, yo, Drag, you know. And the line was crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was more the lines was like, nigga, I'm DMX and y'all niggas is just Drag on. Like he just said it like that.
Yeah.
I'm like this. Damn, son, what that mean?
Why he just?
What that mean? I'm just Drag on, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like, I mean, you know, it's more the lines of if I would have said like, nigga, I'm Dr. Dre, y'all niggas is just the game. I know he'd have been like, yo, what's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just took it like that. I'm like,
So he ain't get a
nah,
chance
hold
to
on.
speak. He ain't reach out. Nothing.
nah, you know.
Is what it is.
He threw a shot, I threw a shot. He left it alone, I left it alone. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Word, you feel what I'm saying? And I was glad he left it alone. Word, you know what I'm saying? But I was super ready to continue though. You know what I'm saying? Word,
Sometimes those be alley-oops. Niggas
Yeah.
take it as, you know what I mean? Oh, he violated, but sometimes those really be alley-oops. Niggas really be fans. They really fuck with your music.
Yeah,
Because if
yeah.
a nigga ain't gonna just mention your name, he ain't never listened to you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think Game fuck with you though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think
He
you're
probably
too
do.
nice.
Huh?
I think you're being too nice.
Well, you think I'm being too nice?
I think you're 100% being too nice.
I agree.
Nah, I mean, you know, I think I'm being too honest right now, and that's just what I'm.
I think you're honestly too nice.
Nah.
Yeah, I think you're honestly too nice.
Now you see, like, I mean, you know, I at the end of the day, I didn't really come in this game for beef, but I know that's a part of the game. So when he did it, I got right to it. It wasn't like I sat back, I waited, I let it chill. No, I'm like, oh, wow, hold up. Part 20. You know what I'm saying? Boom, straight out of no subliminal, because I don't do subliminal. If I'm going at you, I'm going to say your name first, last name, if I know your real everything. So no subliminal, and it's straightforward. Word, you know what I'm saying? But me acting like I'm not a fan, you know what I'm saying, will be me lying. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
You can be a fan.
I'm just be honest.
You can be a fan of somebody and still decapitate him when it's time.
Oh yeah. Like I mean, you know,
It's a
and right
fact.
away I dropped part 20, and niggas knew not to fuck with me. Like you feel what I say? Like off rip, they already know. Like
I was like,
nah,
drag on,
nah, I ain't gonna
crazy.
front. His bars is there. I didn't miss a step. Don't think I missed a step about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't
You'll
think
find
I
that out
ever
the hard
heard
way. That's it.
drag
That's how it
shit
was.
on anybody. I never heard you go at anybody but the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready for it. You know what I'm saying? Word.
We was having a conversation earlier about faiths. Is that something you open to discussing?
What, faith
Yeah.
and God?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hell, you can talk about that. Yeah.
Did your faith strengthen after X passed?
Not really, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, what happened was in 2022, I went through a situation like a spiritual type battle type. Bro, it scared me because I never really went through nothing like that before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where I just, like, it was just a bunch of different triggers. Everything I did didn't work. And I'm not talking about music, I'm just talking about everything. Like, I was opening up business, it was failing. I was doing this, it was failing. I was doing this, it was it was like back to back, where I was really feeling as though God hated me. Like, you find out, say,
Right.
like, God, like not that he hated me, but I probably did something where he just had to just like, you know what, I'm gonna leave this one alone.
Right.
And that was the scariest feeling for me ever. You
Wow.
know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, and I remember driving to my crib out there in Cali when I was living in Cali, and I always had a Bible in my car. I just bust out crying. I grabbed the Bible. I flung that shit out on the highway. Drive, you feel what I'm trying to say? I was crying. I called my, I called my man Bug, right? And my man Bug was an Israelite, and I never even knew it. I grew up with him all my life. I never knew he knew the Bible.
Right.
So I tell him what I was going through spiritually. You know what I mean? You know, like the nigga cried with me and went over the Bible. And I didn't even know he really knew the Bible like this. I didn't even know about none of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he put me on to that. And then that's when my spirit started to strengthen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was crazy. My spirit started to strengthen once I flung that Bible out my car. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, I mean, you know, and all I saw was like darkness, you know what I'm saying? For real. Every thought came across my mind was negative. You know what I'm saying? So then, I mean, you know, when my man kept giving me the word and stuff like that, and I'm learning things about the Bible that's actually inside the Bible that I didn't even know what was in the Bible. Like why we went through slavery.
Deuteronomy 28.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I mean, you know, like the Deuteronomy 28:68. That's how we actually went through slavery.
Right.
But just Deuteronomy from 15 to 68.
Telling the whole.
With all the curses.
Yeah.
Really explaining certain things, and then, you know, just hearing, just analyzing it and doing research of my own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I started listening to different camps and stuff like that, but I didn't really want to get caught up in that too much.
Mm-hmm.
But then I started finding certain ones that actually give good ministry. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because I don't believe in going to church and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I believe in God and Jesus and the prophets that he put down here to give us the laws. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and I mean, you know, just stuff like that. Like, stuff like that was strengthening my spirit, actually reading the Bible and seeing what God is saying and seeing what Jesus is saying. You know what I'm saying? First, of course, you got to ask yourself, do you believe in God? Do you have faith and do you believe in the Bible? So once I answered those questions, then I just moved forward with it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really question too much stuff as long as it made sense and I researched it.
Did you claim a tribe?
Far as according to the curses, I would have to say that I'm from the tribe of Judah.
Judah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's just based off what the Bible says about that particular tribe. You know what I'm saying? Because I've researched it like that too. You feel what I'm saying? Like I researched other tribes too, and then asked them, yo, what you feel about that? They be like this. No, I ain't gonna front. Like, you know what I mean? They actually understood it. So with me reading about that particular tribe, I was like, man, that's kind of like dead spot on. That's too dead spot on for this book to be written 2,000-3,000 years or whatever. That's kind of dead on. You know what I'm saying?
How did you feel? Because I know what it did for me when I felt like I was connected to the greatest legacy ever. You know what I mean? I know the strength that I felt. I felt unstoppable. As long as I believed that God was on my side, I'd walk up in a cipher of 30 niggas. What's up? You know what I mean? With a vision of Samson in my head, like, this is my moment. I'm about to take all these niggas out. You know what I mean? But not just stuff like that. It was just walking with faith. You know what I mean? Having a greater respect for the people that looked like me. And not treating people like, yo, I don't know that nigga or whatever, this, that, and the third, but kind of like, nah, he could be what I am, just he don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? How did it change you as far as like feeling like, yo, I'm connected to this?
It changed everything about me. Bro, you know I say, like every single day, like I do like 4 or 5 hours of Bible studies. You know what I'm saying? And my wife will tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, word. I mean, you know, because she's into the Bible too as well. You know what I'm saying? You know, she identifies herself and related to the tribe of Ephraim. You know what I'm saying? Based upon, like, I mean, you know, because how you come to a conclusion of which tribe that you might feel as though you're from. It's by the blessings and the curses. You know what I'm saying? It's certain curses that's going to describe a certain group of people. And those curses only happen to them. Like you could, any other nation, it's not about being no racist, not like that. This is like, these curses will describe certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like how it describes the whole slavery thing, you know what I'm saying? But just how it describes Judah, how we would not have a place to rest our head. You know what I'm saying? How we would be the only ones out of all the tribes and all the nations to not have a place where we could just be like, you know what, I'm gonna get on this airplane and go back home and just see people that just look just like us. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be Dominican right now, and I'd be like, you know what? I want to go back to Dominican Republic and go just be with my people. You know what I'm saying? And the way that Bible describes Judah will be the only ones, like you found out, because we are the descendants of the people of the Bible. People be acting like we knew when those people. No, we the descendants from them. You know what I'm saying? So it's just finding out which one you are from. You know what I'm saying? And the things that it talks about with Judah and stuff like that, I could just feel it. You from the say, like I see it. I've been through it. I could fully relate to it. Like, nah, this gotta be that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's too, like, it's just too accurate. You know what I mean? You know, just with certain things.
You ever thought about doing the DNA thing? See where it leads to?
The DNA thing, I don't believe in that. Yeah, I don't believe in the Ancestry.com. I don't believe in none of that.
None of that.
Nah, I don't believe in none of that. Because I've actually seen on Ancestry.com 2 twins, identical twins. They got the same mother, same father, and they did that Ancestry.com. And both their shit came back different. One came back from this person, this came back. I'm like, how's that happening? It's like that joint has been proven fraud too many times for me. You know what I'm saying? So we just can't do that.
Somebody need to get fired.
Yeah, somebody needs to get fired. If twins is like, no, it's not. Oh nah, they just
no,
they run in the lottery.
I believe
crazy.
Bro, listen, it's on YouTube right now. Where you from? Like once we get done with this, go back to it. Like when you get in the crib and all that stuff, Google like, you go back to this. How are these twins coming up different? They got the same mother, same father, and their background coming up totally different. But It's like that joint.
That don't make sense.
And I've seen that happen like 6-7 times, my nigga. So that joint, I'm just
on Ancestry.com.
Yeah, on Ancestry.com. Real talk.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm good on that. Like,
I'll pass.
Yeah, I'll pass on that. Real talk.
So what's the goal now?
The goal now is to be a lot more business minded than I was when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I'm trying to say. So I am in the process of opening up different businesses and stuff like that, healthcare businesses, all different type of stuff that I'm doing now. But also like my main goal is making sure that I follow the commandments of God. You know what I'm saying? Because God gave us laws that a lot of people think that when Jesus came, he was saying that he fulfilled it, so it's done. That's not what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I had to really research that, to really like analyze it. You feel what I'm saying? And I read the Bible according to how God says. You know, like God gave instructions how to read the Bible too. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But he actually gave instructions on how to read it, not just open the book and just read like any other book. No, he actually tell you, yo, you read this like this. You read this like this. Here a little, there a little, precept upon precept. You know what I'm saying? Still read the whole thing because it's a great story. It's our history story. You know what I'm saying? But he actually gives instructions on how to read it so that way you can understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't do the precept upon precept, you would think something. You feel what I'm trying to say? Like, you know, like you might hear something like, you know what I mean? You know, like Jesus loved the world. You know what I'm saying? You know, on that scripture. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people was taught not to go back to the Old Testament, and plus, you know, like with them taking out the Apocrypha, you know what I mean? You won't know. But if you was to go back there,
right, you
would see exactly the world that he's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't talking about the whole world. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He was using it as a reference, like I play PlayStation and you might play Xbox. We in two different worlds, bro. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? I fuck with only niggas that play PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? And Xbox niggas only fuck with niggas that play Xbox. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it was that term, you know what I'm saying? But if you was to go back to the Old Testament, you would find that out. You know what I'm saying? But they don't, I mean, you know, like a lot of pastors and stuff like that, they go to seminary school. So they actually taught
on how
to not teach you the Old Testament and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's real.
I go that. Well, for me in my travels, I learned not to knock anybody who has spiritually found something for their spirit, for their soul that's leading them in a good direction.
Right. Because
there are many different interpretations of things, many different ways that people look at it. There's a history of it that, you know, that's not really taught either.
Right.
So if it helps you find your way to the best you, I'm all for it.
You got it. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Anything else you want to say to the people before we get up out of here?
Follow me on Instagram, drag_on1, man. I'm tired of this 200,000 followers I got, for real. Tired of this. I've had that joint for a minute now, man. I'm working, I'm putting out work. I've got live freestyles coming out back to back. I just dropped the album BOF4. I just dropped the EP a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. Follow me on Instagram, man. Drag_on1. It's all love. You fun to say?
Listen, much to you. We appreciate your contribution to hip hop.
Yes, sir.
The moments and the time that you lived in shaped a lot of what most of us still appreciate and still look forward to. So we look forward to whatever you got going on.
No doubt. Appreciate it.
And anytime you want to come back, you know the door's open.
Yes.
Drag on.
Appreciate it, bro.
Hey, you want to know what my expert opinion is? This is the greatest hip hop podcast of all time, hands down. I need you guys to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button, and the notification to show these haters that we will not be shadow banned, we will not be shut down. This content is here to stay, and you love it. Salute. Hoffa.